for us, this is a common breakfast, and in Spain as well. And this is what it will be. It's a sort of a tomato paste that we'll put on the bread. Yeah, we'll toss a little olive oil and a little pinch of salt, and that's it. However, we like it with jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, which will explain what it is actually. It is not prosciutto. I know how much you like prosciutto. This is different. This is at a higher level. Yeah, but we'll explain. But I'm going to toast this, and I'm going to show you how we do this paste. So the very first one, we're going to put this in the toaster in a second. I will put it while we do the paste. And you will see how easy it is. So we grab the garlic. This is a trick my wife taught me. Just mash it, and then it comes right off, right? I love garlic, but it stays with me forever. And so I only do this on the weekends when I don't socialize, right? If you can take it, put a lot. If you cannot take it, put a little bit. So I'll just put 1 clove, and that's a lot. We grab a tomato, something that is really right, like this one. Wash it a little bit. Slide it in half and put it in a blender. That's all it takes. Yeah, we'll put and again, to taste. There's not a recipe. I love olive oil, so I'll just put this, half a cup. Yeah. Put a pinch of salt. And you're done. You're in business. That's all it takes. An anecdote. My mother-in-law asks me every day for the recipe. And every day I say the same thing. Tomato, garlic, and olive oil. That's what it is. Put it in the blender. Mom, that'll be good. In Spain we have hand blenders, which is something that I don't see quite that easily in the US. So it's a hand blender that we use for mayo and these sort of dishes. But any blender will do. And that's it. That's it. This, you will have an incredible breakfast. All right, so we continue. This is how it came out. So it was a piece of cake, really. Tomato, garlic, olive oil, and blended. That's it. But what I love about this, by the way, you know how incredibly good tomato is for you. And this truly is a staple in the Mediterranean diet. Tons of tomatoes. This was the only way I got my children to go crazy with tomato. And Alex, this is so easy. Any college student can do this. Guys, start the day properly. Alex does that a lot, the tomato. So anyway, we're gonna use it as a late breakfast, early tapa. And it's as simple as that. I know we put a little oil here, but just drip it a little on the bread. Now, we're very fortunate in Spain. Bread is readily available, readily affordable, a lot of variety of bread. We like this one, it's called chapata. But if you're in some other country, if you're in the US, certainly there's fantastic bread in the US as well, but you have to go to special places. But any good grain bread would do. Any bread that you can slice and put in the toaster would be fantastic for this. So we just drip a little oil. We put this tomato. I was telling you how great it is. It's packed with lycopene, which is good for heart disease and cancer. It has a lot of antioxidants, so don't be shy on how much you put. And again, as it is the case with simple recipes, you'd be surprised. Something as simple as this is different in every region in Spain. In Catalonia, they grab the bread, slice the tomato open, and just wrap the bread with the tomato. That's how they do it. In Castilla, we make it like this, and then you'll get some people who are very weird about it, and they say, no, you put the tomato first and then the oil. This is how crazy it gets on these things. It's similar to the onion, no onion on the tortilla. This, as it is, would be good enough, and it is good enough. Just that. Wow, it is incredible, you won't believe it. However, a lot of people in Spain love to put a little jamón. I'm going to show you. Again, this is a very typical tapa. which again, people have it with a glass of wine. You don't have to. I mean, in the case of my wife and I, Jamie likes a little NA beer. We like this one, but any NA beer would do. And I love the red grape juice. This one is great. And remember about the tapa? This is what a tapa was. This is what you would find in one of these places on the road. They would put the cheese on top, covering it, tapándolo, and that's why it's called a tapa. They would do this with ham as well. So you would find a piece of ham on top or something with the bread. Having said that, we're going to put a little ham. And I want you to pay attention to one thing. I love my ham, so I think it's worth this next 2 minutes explaining the difference between ham. It is the leg of the pork, it is the same everywhere, but I want you to see something. This is ham, same part of the pig. This is ham, this is all ham, yeah? This is the most basic one. It's just cured and salted, that's all it is. But now look at the colors of all these ham. The darker, the better. And why is that? Because like good wine, it's been aged for longer than the average ham, yeah? A good jamón ibérico has been aged for at least 36 months. Not only is the fact that it's been aged for 36 months, to be certified as jamón ibérico, it has to come from cerdo ibérico. Ibérico pig, which is only in Spain. This pig is free range. They're actually raised outdoors and they only eat acorn. It's acorn from the acorn trees. That gives us an incredible diet that produces this ham. So it's time and the type of pork. So we'll put this one. You see, this is a lighter one. This is called jamón serrano. It's just like a young wine. Very good. And as you can imagine, there's a difference in price as well. These ones can go for up to 100 euros a kilo. This can go for 10, 15 euros a kilo. And I'll just make a comment on prosciutto because a lot of people ask me in the US. Prosciutto is like young ham. Very good. I'm not suggesting it's worse or better. It's just different things. Yeah. The Parma prosciutto has been aged for 12 months. Yeah. But it's a very specific white pig that is common in Europe. This is black pig, cerdo ibérico. So we'll just put a slice, and that's it. And we'll put a good ham, of course, because we have good guests today. Yeah, and that's it. It cannot get any simpler than this. It cannot get any simpler than this.